We're live again. It's another edition of Notes on the News Feed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. It's Angela, and I'm back with the rest of the Notes on the News Feed, where I share with you headlines from my news feed that I got off the news feed that my phone gives me based on what I collected what I told it to give me, and some of what it told me to look at. And I share with you my thoughts about those headlines, about the articles, about the subjects in general, or at large, or just based on whatever we talking about here. If anybody jump on the live with me. But it's not news, it's just my notes on the news. So thank you so much for being here live or on the playback, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, talking about the channel, and all of those other good and wonderful things that you do that help to build the channel, because we're working on 1,000. Working on 1,000 charter subscribers. Are you a charter subscriber? Of course you are. Let us proceed with the rest of the notes on the news feed. So what I see that I skipped over it earlier, but Donald Glover, is it Donald Glover? I think it's Donald Glover and Childish Gambino are going to be performing on Saturday Night Live. And of course, Donald Glover and Childish Gambino are the same one. Donald Glover is his acting persona. I think that's his birth name. And then Childish Gambino is his like stay woke performing musical persona. So I might even watch Saturday Night Live for that. I might stay up. I don't know. I might be too tired to, but I might. Are we staying up for Childish Gambino? Are we live tweeting or are we live YouTubing? How you do that? Can Fitbit get itself back in shape? So Fitbit had like a handle on the market for fitness tracking, and then these smart watches have kind of come in and kind of taken over. And so the question is, can Fitbit get itself back in shape? I don't like the way the little plastic things look on the people's arms. Hey, Sister Mary Jane, how you doing, girlie? Things you might not know about the Commonwealth, as in the British United Kingdom Commonwealth thingy. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know much about it, so it's a lot I might not know. Handmaid's Tale producers tease season 2 story arc. The Contenders Emmy. I think the Contenders Emmy is not really part of the headline, except for something's going on at the Emmys. The Contenders, I don't know. Zillow will flip houses on its own internet marketplace. So up until now, Zillow has been a place where you can go and sort of kind of get information about what's on the market depending on your market. Sometimes the realtors and stuff are like up to date. Sometimes the information is up to date, and sometimes it seems like it's not really exactly accurate. But they're going to start flipping houses. This story says they're going to be flipping houses. They're going to be in the house flipping business, which is like very risky. It's risky business that Zillow is getting into. Australia, flesh-eating ulcer epidemic, a mystery, doctors say. I would show you the images, but I'm not going to show you the images. It's not good. WWE stars John Cena and Nikki Bella announced split. So I guess they were like these big WWE power couple thing, and now they broken up. But there was something in the article, I can't remember what it was, but there was something that had kind of caught my attention. I don't remember. Tesla batteries will live longer than expected, survey finds. I think it was like 160,000 miles. And then somebody was telling me that there are things in some of the roads, or they're going to be implanting things in the roads that charge the cars as you go. You know, that's been my big question. Where do you go to charge them? Do you go to a gas station? Do hotels have places to plug them in? How does it work? How long does it take? I'm confused. I've got questions. So, yeah. U.S. pastor goes on trial in Turkey after arrest in coup crackdown. So he been over there. I think he Presbyterian. He been over there sharing the Presbyterian word. Or maybe he been over there undermining the government. I guess it depends on who you ask. Or maybe he been doing both. Maybe he been doing neither. I don't know. Conchita Wurst reveals HIV diagnosis. I don't remember who it is and why I pulled that article. Russia's Artek youth camp hosted Assad children. Ghanaian agritech startup crowned Seed Stars World winner earns $500,000 investment. So it's some sort of competition like with business plans and stuff. So this company in Ghana has won. Yay! It's an agritech startup. Congratulations. The exclamations. We excited. Oh, mercenary. I looked up mercenary. So a mercenary, the impression that I had of mercenary, and it didn't really get changed when I looked it up, is someone who basically you pay them to go to war and they're not necessarily ideologically invested in it. You pay them to fight, but they not really like, I'm fighting because I believe. They just, I'm fighting because you gave me the money. And, the other day when we were talking about people in the military, now my impression, I could be wrong, but my impression is that a lot of the reason that there's a disproportionate number of black, brown, and poor people in the military is because it's a semi-viable financial option for many people when they feel like they don't have other options. I used to date this guy in the Navy, and what I remember him saying, or the sense that I got, is that he came from a small town in Tennessee, and that he had very limited options, and that was like an option for him to earn an income and see the world. So, to me, I guess I think of a lot of our military as mercenaries. When we were watching that movie Barry, the conversation of mercenaries came up, and I was kind of like, aren't our military mercenaries? But it's like, of course, there's like a stratification, because I think the people who, like when you like join the military, for money, and you go and you fight, you get paid like this rate. But when you join, it seems like there are other people who have the options of going over to the Middle East and fighting, and they get paid more money. And I bet you that the people who get paid more money, who are like contractors, are like whiter. But I could be wrong, but I would bet that. Let's bet it. I'm not going to research it, but if you research it, let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. Let's be about it. Russian reporter Borodin dead after mystery fall. So the reason I looked up mercenary is because when I read that story, he was the one who, so two things going on. Let's talk about mercenary, then we'll get back to the subject. So he was the one who reported that Russia was sending mercenaries over to, I think, Syria. And that when a bunch of Russian mercenaries had died, then, a week later or however much later, there was ads in the paper saying, we're looking for men who want to travel and be gone for a few months who know how to use a gun. They didn't say mercenaries, but the people are like, this is the ad for the more mercenaries to replace the mercenaries who had got killed. And I don't know, I think maybe it was this reporter who reported it, but he's dead and he had a mystery fall. So, we've just been having this ongoing conversation about, I don't know if the challenges of, saying the truth, reporting the truth, telling the truth, is sometimes people don't want you to live. But again, we just affirm you kill the body, but you can't kill the spirit of truth. You can't kill truth. You can't kill the truth, baby. You can't kill the truth. But I don't want to say keep trying. Don't even try. You might as well give it up. You can't kill the truth. So rest in peace to Borodin, I guess. Maybe rest in power if he was like real revolutionary in some sense. Drug dealers arrested in the UK after police scanned fingerprints from a WhatsApp photo. So they were holding a photo, and they were holding drugs in a photo, and all you could see in the photo was like part of the hand. But the part of the hand that they could see was the fingerprint part. And so they scanned the fingerprint. Like WhatsApp, some of y'all may know, but a lot of people use WhatsApp like to text or communicate, like text messaging type communication. But like my friend whose husband is Jamaican, and they communicate back and forth in the United States, and Jamaica is free. When the people were getting ready to go to South Africa, it's like, if you get WhatsApp, you can communicate for free. So the people done posted up the picture, and they got caught up because the government, the police, the popo was able to get their fingerprints from a picture of them holding the drugs. So that's what had happened. Okay. An Air China flight was forced to divert after a man threatened staff with a fountain pen. I think he had them yoked up around the neck and was holding the pen to their throat. And you know, a fountain pen is like got a little sharp thing going on there, right? I mean, I wouldn't want anybody threatening me with a ballpoint pen, but I think a fountain pen is even a little more threatening. So that's what happened on the Air China flight. Facebook investors want to seize a golden opportunity to fire Mark Zuckerberg as chairman. So he like the chairman and the head boss. You can't really override him. His decision is more or less final, even though there are other people involved with leadership and management. And that's how, if it was my company, I'd set it up so that I was in charge too. I've seen and heard of situations, like especially with nonprofits, where the person who founded, good evening, build it, fix it, do it with Jay Wade. Oh, was that your baby boy? Didn't I see your baby boy the other day on the radio? I mean, on the mic. Was that you? I think I was on your live. They were so cute. Let me get focused. So yeah, I've seen people do it with nonprofits where, you know, you find a nonprofit, then you get a board because you're trying to raise money, and then the board end up getting rid of the people. Oh, bless you. Bless your souls. That's good. I like to see the daddy with the baby. Yes. So, you know, I don't blame him for setting it up so that he has the final say, because that's what I would do. But anyway, now they see a golden opportunity to get rid of old Zuckerberg. And I wonder, I guess my expectations are low, but I don't think they're like, we want to get rid of him because he's not the most honorable man. I think they want to get rid of him just so they can get more money. Is that me? That's kind of jaded, but that's what I think. I don't know, though. I don't know. Maybe they want to get rid of him for honorable reasons. Samsung's newest phone can't connect with the internet. I was like, I'm thinking, oh, is something wrong with the phone? But it's designed like that. It's like no connection by design. This is a phone for making phone calls, and that's it. So it's a phone for older people, younger people, and there was some other category of people that they had. I'm like, oh. So that's what Samsung is doing. And I'm kind of here for it in a way. I told you I'm kind of conflicted because I kind of feel like I see, you know, sometimes the elder, you know, there's like an elderly person in my life who I really see struggling with the technology. And so on one hand, I'm kind of like, just give him something very, very simple so he doesn't have to like struggle. And then on the other hand, I'm like, technology is not going away, so he have to learn to figure it out. You know, if you start taking stuff away or just making it easier, he's never going to even have a chance of. So I have mixed feelings about it, you know, because I'm like, if you're going to be around, you know, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you know, we just need to know more, not less. We need to be more comfortable with technology, not less comfortable with technology. As much as y'all know I be kicking and screaming and yelling and fighting, we know that this is the wave of the future. You know, I just fight for fight's sake, you know. So you won't have to worry about a big mobile bill. For the paranoid. For the young people, the paranoid people. Yeah, I'm back. the young people, the paranoid people, and the old people. And then they say, well, the way things are going, maybe they ain't so paranoid after all. But I thought that was funny. Bangladesh rejects Myanmar claim that Rohingya family was repatriated. So Bangladesh has been taking some of the refugees from Myanmar. And so there's been a story saying, hey, you know, we done already brought our first, they won't refer to them as Muslim, but our first Rohingya family back, and things are on track. And Bangladesh is like, no, they didn't. Because there's a little zone in between Bangladesh and Myanmar, which is technically still Myanmar. So y'all, that don't count. So I don't know what's going on over there, but it's kind of, I don't like it. I don't like to hear. I don't like the idea of ethnic cleansing. I don't like people being burned out of their homes and communities. I don't like the idea that people have been there for generations and, then they're like, get out. But then at the same time, when I think of, South Africa, I guess the white settlers are like, well, we've been here for generations. But, I just kind of feel like, but look at the way you displace people and, the brutal and violent way you displace people. So I guess I have like a double standard or I'm still like processing it, but I don't like ethnic cleansing. I just, just go on back someplace else. North Korean slaves found working abroad where they give up being human to prop up Kim Jong-un's life of luxury. So they like, they basically live in slave conditions. First of all, the main thing is they don't get their money. So if you're working and you're not getting paid, what you doing? That sounds like enslavement sort of kind of to me, right? What else, where else do we work and not get paid? I mean, I guess if you're an intern, but this is not an intern situation, or a volunteer. This is not a voluntary situation. So they work, they don't get paid, they don't hardly get any food. They work crazy hours. It's like it's jacked up. CPass wants to be European Movie Pass for all entertainment. Y'all know we ain't heard nothing about Movie Pass, and then all of a sudden we heard about it. Movie Pass has been around for like 5 years, I think I heard. And the only way we heard about it is when they dropped their price to like $10 a month. Then I was like, oh, Movie Pass. Although I just put my eye on them. I ain't give them my money. What does the Spotify IPO mean? IPO, initial public offering. The I might stand for something other than initial, but this company sounds like they're going public or something. What might that mean for Jay-Z's Tidal? I'm kind of curious about Tidal. There is someone that I listen to on YouTube who is a subscriber. I'm excited. I'm here for Tidal. I'm a fan of, I don't have any streaming service, but I guess if I were to get a streaming service, I should get Tidal because it's a black-owned company. Is it black-owned? It's partially, I think I should get Tidal. Should I get Tidal? I'm kind of like, I'm glad the company is still, around and, I don't want Spotify or Apple or anybody to put them out of business. I'm here for it. Look, my voice is all squeaky. I'm here for it. Really, I am. Inaugural Hugh Tech Summit created for women of color technologists. There's some, this is coming off of Moguldom. What's going on at Moguldom? All of a sudden, since last week, I'm seeing article after article after article from Moguldom. Who they is? Who they be? Who Moguldom? But the title is interesting. I don't know much about tech, but I'm here for women in tech. Black women in tech. Video. Starbucks CBO goes on apology tour and requests meeting with black men arrested by cops. Woman sues R. Kelly for giving her an STD when she was a teenager. Coachella 2018. Beyonce pays tribute to HBCUs, brings out Kelly Rowland, Michelle for Destiny's Child reunion. I'm still trying to see the piece where they say she paid tribute to Nina Simone. Now, it's a 2-hour thing. The longest thing I've been able to find has been like 20 minutes. I did see the Destiny's Child performance. I did see the Lift Every Voice, the Negro National Anthem performance. I saw some of the dun 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 dun, dun, some of the marching band type stuff. I'm a Survivor. Oh, no, that was Destiny's Child. I saw one of her songs. I can't remember, but I want to see what happened with Nina Simone. Y'all know I love Nina Simone. What happened with Nina Simone? North Korea's secret slave gangs. We talked about that a moment ago. Tourism pressures. 5 places tackling too many visitors. So, the places have too many visitors. They want less people to come. Y'all go away. When you have like people visiting, it puts pressure, it puts stress on your infrastructure, on your system, on, what you can accommodate. So I guess they've gotten too many people visiting. One of them, I'm sure we've seen it. I've seen images on like, not Instagram because I'm not on Instagram, but it's a very Instagrammable. But Pinterest, when I was on Pinterest, it's like a countryside, like some houses on the side of a mountain, but they're like gold and orange and turquoise, and they're beautiful. It's just like all of these lavender, and so those places, those though it was like one of those places. I think that was like in the Greek islands or something, but I don't even remember now. But that was one of the places, and I could see, because when you see it in the picture, you're like, yes, I want to go there. Although I when I travel, I like to go places where not a lot of tourists are. I don't really like I don't like the tourists, even though I'm a tourist. I don't like the tourists. A teen plastered the face of Michelle Obama and other famous black women all over her prom dress, and people are obsessed. I think that's good that you have people that you admire and you look up to and you want to pay homage to, that are inspirations to you. It's good for young people and old people, for all people to have, some inspiration, something they working toward. You may not, just fully embrace all of everybody, but you can usually find a piece of something in somebody to, kind of, yeah, true. Something like, I really admire this aspect of this person's personality. I really like how they do that. That's something I want to work toward. So, yeah, I like that. Amazon has more than doubled its lobbying dollars since 2014. So Amazon is not alone. They focus just on the headline with Amazon, and I think that probably in the article they gave Amazon a little bit of focus, but they also talked about other companies like Apple, big corporations. Basically, big corporations are in the business of paying politicians money. And so they pay politicians money to advocate on their behalf. And so all you can pay them is one vote. One vote ain't going to buy them a summer house. One vote ain't going to put their kids through college. One vote is not going to help them start a business after they get out of Congress. One vote is not going to help them travel the world. We talked about the trip around the world for $120,000 for 30 days. Your one vote is not going to pay for that, sir or ma'am. So they're not looking for your one vote. They're looking for these dollars from these corporations. And not only are they looking for them, but they're listening to them, not to you. Cambridge Analytica and why diversity in tech matters. Now, this article was sort of talking about the fact that, that there was so much going on in the Cambridge Analytica world. And, I think just in general, but like there was some nefarious stuff going on in terms of like black folks. Like, we got this fake Black Lives Matter page going, and we're also trying to stoke the anger of this group of white folks toward this group of black folks, and, get them mad and pumped up so that they out here attacking, because we getting them mad and pumped up to get the votes. They out here attacking people on the street, shooting people down on the street. When the people are posting up pictures of them in blackface, or posting up pictures of, them like, I'll beat, any black people down, or, whatever foolishness they posting up. These people are pumping that up and heightening that and intensifying, the feeling of that as being a valid way to feel, a valid way to behave. But, it's just, for the most part, a bunch of white men in the room making decisions that support and encourage that type of thing, whether it's at Cambridge Analytica, or the fact that, there's been research done that shows that like some of these newfangled phones where you can like look at it and it's supposed to recognize you, like facial recognition, they not programming it in, us. So somebody did some research or some experiment or whatever, and it was like any old Asian woman could open the phone. Like the Asian women were interchangeable. The computer couldn't recognize the difference between one Asian woman and another Asian woman. Hey, Rod, what's up? I'm finished now. But that's because it's a bunch of white men sitting in the room and making decisions and designing things, and they're operating from their perspective and advancing their values and their worldview. And it does not include, me or you. I just looked up misogyny. MISYGNOIOR. I've been seeing that word, but I didn't know what it meant. So it's like, you know, you don't like black people. You don't like women. And that word is like a combination of you don't like black women and women all combined. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. But anyway, that's it for this edition of Notes on the News. You know, this is a part B. This is the second part. I did another part earlier, so please check that out. But I did want to come back and finish up today. Thank you so much for being here, for being you, for being fabulous. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of those wonderful things that you do to support the growth of the channel and the growth of us all. Today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. You're right on time. You can watch it on replay. It'll be up in a second. I see, for those of you who were going to check out Brother Iyapo's A Black Man's Journey, I think I saw going across my screen that it was going to be tomorrow night, not tonight. But go to Yapo's page, Yapa's page. He has a group for black men, like where only black men can talk. So I think that's starting tomorrow, and that'll be a live chat. But that's what I got. So be you. Be fabulous. Look, I got a little bit of green on my lips. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Peace. I think it's tomorrow night, but we'll double check. Bye.